You can actually find plastic in the brain. In fact, you can take a kitchen scale and measure two human brains, and you know which one's got more plastic and it's heavier. You can measure it. And we found plastic in the blood circulation. We never looked at it before, but in a vial blood in a doctor's office, if you look for it, you can actually find plastic circulating in it. And we've actually found plastic in human testicles. We found it in human semen. Don't ask me how it gets down there. And it's also found by urologists who are actually doing surgery. They've actually found it in the flesh of the penis, embedded in there, probably from years and years and years of being exposed to plastic.
Now, like, it sounds terrifying, but what should you be drinking your water out of? Glass?
All right. Water, if you want water, drink, put it in a glass container.
Okay.
Not a plastic container. And for those of you who are bringing your water bottles to the gym, get a metal one or get one that's lined with glass on the inside. Take the plastic ones and toss them out immediately. You can actually...
Shalom, shalom. Kal halayam Yahweh, Ba'ashem Rawashai, Ba'ashem Makakut Dash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well. Shalom unto the brothers that pushing this work in truth and in sincerity through the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so more than ever. Shalom unto the Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen nations, and shalom unto the few and faithful Aquatium who is listening and learning. This is a brother Karataza from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp out of Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so hereby, with this video, just basically stating that with the plastic, right? Because I was also taking another video as well a couple months back, and they were saying, with any plastic bottles, about 2,000, roughly between 1,500 and 2,000 nano microplastics basically within the water. All right, and that is something that is also is poisonous as well, and just to say that Esau knows that we, as a nation of people, right, not really we're not really talking about the heathens and them, right? We more or less talking about the nation, of Israel. All right, the blacks, the Hispanic, the going back to the Levites, right? As a nation of people, right, with the 12 tribes of Israel, right? They very well know who we are, right? They very well know who we are, and they have been trying to destroy us for centuries, right? For centuries, they have been trying to destroy us in many different ways, right? And they're trying to destroy us by, by the biochems, right? With all with the chemtrails and all of that, and even by food as well, right? They're trying to take us out in many different ways, and all these plastics, is what spike different health issues. All right, and don't feel that right, for the new listeners, don't feel that Esau don't know. Don't feel that Esau don't know, that we have to take care of our temple, which is the body, right? To be able, to stay connected with the Heavenly Father, right? But then again, right, with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Rashai, know that, hey, he have the last say at the end of the day. Yahweh Ba'ashem Rashai could remove these things from your body, right? By delivering different herbs within your dreams as well. All right. he could also let you come across a brother as well, even with not even just a brother, but even someone who knows about different herbs. And these herbs could remove with these nanoparticles of plastic within your body, right? But it may not 100% be removed, but it could be removed at a great percentage, right? Which will not cause you to get sick, right? Which is that where the Lord could use you in how he please, right? But he so know that, hey, the more he defile our body, right, that is going to stray us away from the Heavenly Father. But like as I said, it's up to the Father's will, in how he wants to use you. Alright. Let me just get a quick precept. This here is right, 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of power, and that the Spirit of Yahweh dwell in you, right? Don't feel that Esau don't know this. But Esau know this. That's why he's poisoning us every day, and that is why we also have to be mindful of what we consume. But with plastic is a thing that it just rampant all over the place, so we just have to be mindful and use try to stay away from the plastics as much as possible, right? If you carry your own personal bottle, you use a stainless steel cup, a copper cup, right? Or even a glass bottle as well, right? Because Esau knows that, hey, the Lord dwells within us, and if he could if he try to do all these sort of things to defile the temple, that, hey, the people are going to stray away, and then they're going to depend on my system, right? But some people may watch this on a surface level, right? But this is how deep that it gets, right? It is all about defiling with your health, all about defiling your health to stay away from the Heavenly Father, right? Verse 17. If any man defiles the temple of Yahweh, him shall Yahweh destroy, right? And that is going into, if you're eating certain things that is unclean, right, the Lord will destroy you, right? He will get you sick, right? You're not supposed to be eating certain things, but you're still eating these things that are unclean, right? Even when we was back within the world, we was eating a lot of unclean foods. This is why our people have been getting sick, the diabetes, the lung cancer, the kidney failures, all these different cancers, because of these fucking parasites, right? But as I say, they get burned to learn. Some people get burned to learn, and some people get burned destroyed, right? Continuing, for the temple of Yahweh is holy, right? I mean, holy goes into separate, all right? Which temple ye are, right? So we have to restrain and separate, from these defiled foods as much as possible, right? As a people, because these foods are killing us, especially as with this video here concerning with these plastics. As the guys say, plastics are in our brain, it's in our blood cells, and that is something that is very true, right? Because when they go down into the scientific part, into the micro, into the nano micro particles, like something really small that the eye cannot see. So when sometimes, you know, your like a vein might be clogged up somewhere, you know, with it could be plastic, right? Plastic, and then with the calories plaquing up, right? Let's get Micah 212. All right, and it reads here. It say, woe to the I'll start at verse 1. It say, woe to oppressors, right? It say, woe to them that despise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. And these are things that they do, right? Believe it or not, they deliberately putting these things in our food, like I just always talk about, right? A couple of months, that was late last year, I think year before last year, when I buy a iced tea, right? A jasmine rice iced tea, right? And when I drank it, you know, well it tastes funny. And I was like, why this thing tastes so funny? Why this thing tasting like this? This never tasted so before. Well, it was actually like a different brand, right? And when I read, you know, with the ingredients, and also this is why it is also important to read the ingredients as well, you know, before you buy certain things to consume, right? Because when I read, right, when I read it, it said it have oyster and it have shrimp in it. What the hell, right? Shrimp and oyster doing in within jasmine rice iced tea, right? They do these damn things on purpose, man. They do these things on purpose, right? So this video, you know, it's just to be mindful, you know, in terms of, you know, of what you consume also, and also, you know, to lessen down onto the plastics, you know. All right, but I'll continue to read here. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that despise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is the power of their hand. And they covet the fields, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. All right, and when it goes back into your heritage, right, where your heritage goes back into your customs, right? Within your customs, you know, that we follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. And with an if he remove with an if he take away your heritage, that means he is messing with your temple. Because within our heritage, within our customs of an Israelite following the laws, statutes, and commandments, you know, we were, you know, told by the Heavenly Father to obey things that not to eat, the unclean things not to eat, and the clean things to eat, right? And Esau knows that once he start hampering with the foods and all these different things, right, you know, they're gonna gonna pull us apart from being close to the Heavenly Father. Because all these things, you know, some of these things have these unclean foods have a lot of parasites. These things have you thinking differently as well. It gives you different mood swings and all these things. That is why, you know, the Heavenly Father, you know, tell you not to eat certain things, right? And it's also important why you must cleanse yourself. Why you must cleanse yourself with different herbs that help to purify the blood. Alright. You have different herbs for that, right? I don't know many different herbs right now. You know, like some of the names that are different like with different tree bark, you know, with that has purify the blood. Even something like aloes does also help to cleanse the blood as well. Right? But with this video, I hope that this video was edifying. Alright, just to be circumspect on that. On it, where your health is concerned, and for the Lord to use you. Right? To use you spiritually. Alright, so I hope that this lesson was edifying. And to that, I would like to say, Kal Halayam, La Allah Nawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Washai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who would well. Shalom unto the brothers that pushing his works in truth and in sincerity. And shalom unto you sisters who's listening and learning and obeying your husband. There's your brother Kratazar. Until next time, shalom.